Hello, my name is Joshua Trigg, and I run a shop called Triggtronics.com. I sell refurbished laptops. So after some successes recently I had in refurbishing some of my laptops, I decided to make a series of videos about the laptops that I currently have at my shop, since I'm just starting out and I want to get some attention toward it. And the first laptop I'd like to talk about is this big hefty boy. So this big hefty boy is an HP, what do I have written on here? An HP Compaq NC8430. So as you can see, this HP Compaq also has a bonus battery for extra long lasting. It is a laptop that was built in 2008, but it is still quite useful today. I currently have installed on it a program I like called MX Linux. It is very resource light. It has a lot of fun features to it. It used to come with Windows XP Pro, and you can still have it run on that or Windows Vista or any of those, but I'll talk more about that later. So for right now, let's get to talking about the specs of this lovely laptop. All right, this laptop is an HP Compaq NC8430. It is a 15.4-inch business class notebook released originally in 2006 to 2007. I believe this particular laptop was released in 2008. It includes an Intel Core Duo T2300 processor, which is a 1.66 gigahertz processor. It can be upgraded to an Intel Core 2 Duo T7400 processor, which clocks in at 2.16 gigahertz, although they can go higher than that on performance mode, I've noticed, because the 2300 that I've seen can get up to 2.1 or higher during its normal operation when testing. It does have a graphics GPU, a dedicated ATI Mobility Radeon X1600 mobile processor with 256 megabytes of VRAM. Includes 4 gigabytes of dual-channel DDR2 PC5300 SDRAM, which is as high as this particular laptop of that particular age can go. Its display is a 15.4-inch TFT LCD WSXGA plus 1680 by 1050 resolution, which is very good resolution, especially for a laptop of that age. Storage is a 120 gigabyte SSD drive, SATA SSD drive. Its weight is about just over 6 pounds without the extra battery, just over 7 pounds with the extra battery. So it includes 3 USB 2.0 ports, a gigabit Ethernet RJ45 port. It does also have a port for a 56K modem, but you know why. It does have a Wi-Fi connection, 802.11 ABG, along with a Bluetooth 2.0 capability. Its video output includes a VGA out and an S-video out, which I assume is that much older port that is directly next to the VGA port on the side. It does have a PC card type 1 or 2 expansion. It has a secure digital SD slot and a docking connector on the bottom.
Hello and welcome back. So now that we've looked at the specs and generally what this thing looks like on the outside, let's actually turn this thing on and see how well it works. Right, as soon as I, get it plugged in. Let's give this thing a go. I have as many of the ports on this thing connected to something as I can. So Originally, this thing was made for Windows XP, Windows XP Pro, as I may or may not have explained before. But as a computer that needs to run modern software, I put MX Linux on it because it is fairly light as far as operating systems go. When turning on, this gives me an error in connecting to a TPM chip. So I'm told that the TPM chip is a version 1.2. There we go. Right, so I'm doing this whole dual monitor thing just to show that it can do that. But the monitor on this laptop is actually pretty good. It's actually quite a bit better than this thing is. So it has, of its 3 USB ports, I have it connected to 3 different USBs. I also have this little thing connected in here, which hopefully I will remember to take out as soon as I'm done playing with my my toy here. So I don't really have the means to test all of these ports. This phone jack, and I'm assuming this is for an extra keyboard or like one of the old style mice, but I have no idea. There's also what looks like an old style printer board here on the other side. That I also won't be testing because they connect to USBs these days. Okay, so what are we going to do to actually just get a look at this thing? Well, for starters, so MX Linux comes with all manner of programs, which I do particularly like. LibreOffice is a big one because it is essentially the free version of Microsoft Office. I consider LibreOffice to be better quite a bit than Microsoft Office. I just find it easier to operate, but part of that is just because I'm so used to using it now. So I have this connected directly to my internet as of the moment, so we can go. So let's go to YouTube and test it out. So yeah, and we get there pretty quick. As fast as can be expected. So I also won't be testing the headphones and microphone jack. So I mean, I know they work, but it's I'm not entirely certain how to convey that. Well, I suppose I could set up to just record directly from this laptop, but I don't really have a setup to do that. Maybe I should do that. So anyway, let's zoom right into our brain rot. So this is at about 80% volume. Anyway, we'll get to the main beat here. There it is. I made that reference. So, despite only having 4 gigabytes of memory on this thing, it should work just fine for what it is. It's only, even with YouTube up and running, it's only using about half of that. And Linux is also less intensive on memory than other systems are. So it can also handle even smaller systems. As some of my laptops are only 2 gigabyte, only have 2 gigabytes of memory, which is just, I'm not going to say it's not viable, because it is. It's just kind of at that very, it is the absolute minimum possible amount of memory you'll want on any kind of computer. So anyway, I've proven that the speakers work, and that interneting is possible. Actually, let's just pull up some extra tabs just for the fun of it. Why are you not telling me how much memory I'm currently using? Still using less than half now. Well, in any case, I don't need you filthy people to see what my history is. So let's clear recent history. Everything. Get off the internet. There, internet no more. So it is registering both of these USBs here. Of course, since I'm able to use this mouse, it's registering the third one. So I'm not registering my little mini card here. It's been a problematic card anyway. It needs to be formatted, I think, so it might not be a good test. Are you even seeing it on here? Oh, it is on here. So naturally, I will want all of my laptops to be capable of playing my DVD copy of Don Juan. So that is something else it can do. I don't remember if it feel this thing vibrating. Processor is definitely generating some heat. It's really quite warm over there. Well, it's registering Don Juan. It's not running it though. So to run media, it uses a program called VLC, a goated media file program if ever there was one. So it doesn't come with any Windows operating system that I put on any computer, which is why I put it on every computer for your benefit. So yeah, it doesn't just run DVDs, it runs any kind of media file you can think of. I like it because it also runs Blu-rays, of which my usual media player did not. This does not have a Blu-ray player on it. It is too old. So it isn't auto-running anything, so maybe I need to tell this thing to auto-run the DVDs. I mean, after all, if you put a DVD player in this thing, it should automatically run it. There's also a program in here called Strawberry that plays music. So let's see settings in here. Because I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do this right here and now, so that any other MX Linux systems I have, I'll tell it to do that too if it has a DVD player on it. Here's the section to play DVDs. Alright, well, the good news is that it can play DVDs. I'm trying to... Okay, I don't see anything that tells it to do any kind of autoplay. So at least with Windows, though, it at least asks you, is like, hey, you have a DVD player. Would you like to autoplay whenever you stick a DVD in there? So, I mean, not that it's too much of a bother if I have to go in here and, because it's just, you know, you click on the thing, go to multimedia, and then click on VLC, and then, but yeah, I mean, that's more clickings really than you need to. So yeah, for whatever reason, VLC doesn't, by default, have the ability to read DVDs. That's something I have to update specifically within the updating system on here. So speaking of which, whenever you want to do any updating with Linux, there's a little indicator of a box that's open down there. You just click on that and it'll tell you what updates. It will tell you if there are any critical updates to install, and then you can just install it from that point. You can read up more about MX Linux online, I'm sure. Firefox defaults you to their website. So what else? I've looked at the ports. The screen looks wonderful. Yeah, it took a bit for it to register the second battery, but yes, there are 2 batteries on here. So it charges one, and then when that's full, it will charge the other. So in that way, the battery life on this laptop is actually going to be pretty good for a laptop of its size. I originally bought that battery for my own laptop, and unfortunately it was not the correct interface type. That's neither here nor there. What else can we get this thing to do? So with LibreOffice, it has it's not just it has all of the functions that you would expect out of Microsoft Office, including the ability to save into PDFs. Which the last time I used Microsoft Office, I wasn't able to do that. I had to get an Adobe program in order to save or manipulate PDF files. So, but there are all kinds of tools and such on here. Does this thing actually have games on it? 4 of them, including Mahjong. Yeah, no webcam detected. Probably also means it doesn't have its own internal microphone, so that would need to be added. So yeah, it's only using about 1 gigabyte of memory. It's not very much at all. So that means Firefox is also pretty good about keeping a low profile on memory. So everything is pretty much able to efficiently use its limited DDR2 memory. So the biggest limitation is that that a laptop like this is going to have is because it is a 32-bit system and not a 64-bit system. And that limits some things about it, but for the most part, it's going to be able to handle your basic office tasks, web browsing, just about anything relatively light. This computer is going to do fine, I think, for just about any basic tasks that you need it for to run as a basic computer. So, but for programs that you get on it, just watch out for whether or not they're compatible with a 32-bit system or not. So, otherwise, it should be. It's in very good shape. It's in almost near perfect condition. So that is. That is about it. You know, between that television and this monitor, I have to wonder which one exactly is the more correct color. I'm more inclined to believe this one is, because this is the color I've seen more often. That television is quite old. I got that television from an estate sale for $20. Oh, yes. And the trackpad does work. So it also has a fingerprint scanner. You know, in case the fingerprint scanner is something you particularly need for something. There's all manner of programs you can use. There's all manner of programs you can use in order to customize how you interact with this thing. I think we are done with Don Juan for the moment. Come on. Go watch Don Juan another time. So, like a lot of laptops, especially from this time, there's expansion, some kind of expansion slot on the side. I'm not really certain what you can put here, but I guess if you can search something, you can find something to add there. I did with mine because I had a plastic bit right here. These are both HPs, so kind of a similar thing. But I found out that there's a little doodad you can stick in there, and voila, 3 more USB ports for my laptop for nothing. So, and maybe this has something like that, but who knows? Who knows? Oh, okay, it does have Bluetooth. So this button right here is to enable or disable the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So, and it can also sense all the nearby networks, so I don't connect to any, but you know, the fact that it can register it. Someone called there a spoon. Is mine even on here? Where is mine? Doesn't matter. Well, I guess if you can find a VPN plugin, you could get a VPN for this laptop as well. So, fun, yeah. So, yeah, I really like MX Linux. It's, let's shut that off. So yeah, MX Linux is one I picked up specifically for the fact that it's able to essentially modernize a lot of old hardware. And this is old hardware, however good or bad that it is. So, and as you've seen, I've had all of my very... Is it supposed to be like that? It must be. So as you've seen, I've had my filthy fingies all over this thing, but I assure you that if you choose to purchase this laptop, it will be cleaned before I send it out. I do have all kinds of cleaners to deal with that kind of thing. So yeah, for what it is, there's certainly a lot of worse laptops out there that you could get, especially for the price. Oh, and let's shut this thing off. So naturally, you can just press the power button. Actually, let me disconnect my mouse. So I want to shut this thing off. That is this fun little power button right at the top right there. So those are all the usual options. We just shut it off. Disconnect it from power. That. Oh yes, and for the second monitor, it needs an adapter like this, which is still available. I found one at Micro Center. I believe this one in particular was purchased off of Amazon for a few dollars. So yes, thank you for your time. Hope to see you again. Take care and goodbye.